February 21st, 2005. At approximately 5 o'clock in the morning, I was boarding a South Norwalk train to go to Stanford. Irony of it is I was serving somebody a bag of dust. And when they did, the door slammed on my arm and my foot. I let go of the bag and then boom, I was fucked. All I can see was my friend. The train was going to people. Open the door, trying to pry open the door. I was dragged equivalently 2 football fields from South Norwalk to Darien. And you know how they have like those, the signs on the train? Like it was coming. And I don't know, this guy just pried the door open and I flew back. And I flew back into the air all the way back and landed. And I remember curling myself into a ball like this and, right there. This is a platform, this is a train, and this is gravel. I was like right here. And I pushed myself up, and then some guy was like, Ma, are you okay? And I went to go like this. I jumped up, and I fell right back down. I didn't feel anything that happened to me. And when I got to the hospital, the doctors looked at my mother and said the only reason why she survived is because she was dusted. She not only had felt everything, but something with the synapses in her brains and her spinal cord did something to where it actually she didn't feel a thing. I like anything Nirvana, anything Red Hot Chili Peppers, but every song that I like is my favorite song because if I like it, it speaks to me, and what I can't say, I speak through lyrics and music. Because it feels like, hold on. Because it feels like sometimes you don't know a feeling that you feel or you don't know how to express it until someone else brings that to the forefront. So like when you hear a song, you're like, damn, that's how I feel, but you didn't know how to articulate how you were feeling unless it was already spoken for you, you know? So my full name is Simone Linda Medina. I grew up in the projects of Merle Avenue in Stamford, Connecticut. And I was like, I'm such a project baby. Um, my childhood was very, very like outdoorsy. Um, it molded me into the person that I am today right now. Like taught me, like it humbled me, but it also earned my stripes. I remember like a lot of like climbing trees, bicycle riding, rollerblading, being with the boys. I was such a tomboy. My father, I'm such a daddy's girl. And my mother worked, my father worked, and my grandmother raised me a lot, but um happy. I was happy. I was a happy child, a love child. I was nurtured a lot. Um my grandma was like hands-on with me, where my parents like lacked a little bit, but I was definitely loved, so I knew I was loved. I should have been a boy.
Huh?
I should have been a boy.
Nah, because then it wouldn't have been.
Nah, you should be who you are.
It was an experience, like exploring. Every day was a new adventure. Like I wasn't afraid to get dirty, get my hands, like, get my feet wet, like jump into the deep end of the pool, not knowing how to swim, but still coming up afloat. Like very communist. Like I could chill with the girls, but I'd rather be with the boys. I was never a Barbie doll person. I was more of like a let's go play kickball, baseball, dodgeball.
So like a tomboy?
Yeah, very tomboyish, yeah. This is who I am. I don't know that you don't have to be around me. And I can subject myself to be around you if I don't want to. My mother's Jamaican. She was born in Jamaica. She came here when she was 14. My father's Puerto Rican. My mom's a diva. My mom taught me how to be a woman, but my father taught me how to be a gentleman at the same time. My father said, you have 3 strikes against you. You're a female, you're Puerto Rican, and you're Jamaican, so you got to work 3 times harder to get your foot in the door. Like, always mean what you say and say what you mean, and the words that come out your mouth touches everybody in the room that you're talking to, so make sure you choose your words wisely. He made me read the dictionary. We played Jeopardy. Crazy Eights, football, baseball. My father, I love my father. I'm such a daddy's girl. My father taught me how to command respect when you come into a room or look people in the eye, handshake, treat everybody the way you want to be treated because you meet the same people on the way down that you do on the way up. I don't know, just is very like, mannered, respectful. My dad is a gentle giant. When he wants to be. He very athletic, into sports. Comedian, smart. He's a banker, so he's smart with money. He's good with numbers. Um, Try to like really drive me into like education and because knowledge is power. You could never unlearn anything. And every day is a learning opportunity. And I try to he taught me every person you come across teaches you something. Every day is a learning lesson. You can never stop learning. And if you're not learning, you're not doing something right. Time is very, very precious and valuable. And that's why when he was with me, I was the forefront of his time. I was always on his lap driving a car or at his baseball games or his football games. Um, he always says the first person a girl falls in love with is her father. And, I do. I love him so much. And he taught me he's the only person that I ever need. I don't need anybody else but him. This is a mint leaf. And then formaldehyde has a chemical which is PCP. And you saturate, first you bake the mint leaves and then you saturate the mint leaves in the formaldehyde